I would like to call upon our next presenter for today, and I would like to introduce Mr. Dev Kumar, the co-founder and CTO Prosper.io, who shall be speaking on the topic Payroll Expense to Strategic Edge, Rethinking Compensation with Tax-Efficient Flexi Benefits. Mr. Dev Kumar is the founder of Prosper.io, a platform dedicated to empowering individuals to save, manage, and stay compliant with their taxes, enabling them to make informed and independent financial decisions. With over 7 years of financial expertise in product and technology space, he has solved complex challenges across diverse domains. A technology patent holder from Walmart Labs, Mr. Kumar is a passionate advocate for using innovation to drive real-world impact and make advanced solutions accessible to all. So let's all put our hands together and welcome Mr. Dev Kumar, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Right, I'm very overwhelmed to see this number of audience in Bangalore at 9 a.m. Right. So thank you so much for coming here and listening to us. So what we are today will be talking about how payroll cost, which is obviously like a major chunk of the operating cost of any of the company, can become a profit lever to all of us, right? And obviously like it's a little bit of an area like where the concern was not always been at that level of the things, right? And so what I will tell you, like before starting the presentation, right, I'll say like we all are sitting here, we all are the CFO of the companies, big companies, and we are not just this person like who are just short of the capital, right, but we are also someone which are driving that growth along with sustainability, right. We are also someone like where the CEOs and the founder of the companies relies heavily on the profitability, on the margins, right? So it's a very important topic for all of us to think towards. So what I think is like there is a very, very powerful key factor in our P&L of the company, which also drives the profit of the company, where we are all lagging. And that is the payroll, right, where we will all focus today, right? And how this can be a profit lever, we'll all talk through that, right? And what the concept which I'm talking about is not, I would say like very old, new or very new invention or very new thing, right? This is something which our peers or some of the companies are already doing it in some shape or manner. But obviously that market capture is not very huge. We are not able to operationalize it till now at that level, right? So if I see the metrics, right, payroll, as I said, like is 60% of the operating cost of any of the company, right? And 82% of the people, right, including myself also, right, feels like talent retention is a top challenge for any of the companies, right? And why it is a top challenge? Because we all know like if a person leaves the organization due to any reasons, right, it adds 1.5x to 2x of the cost to fulfill that gap, right, hire new people, impacts is altogether different segment. But what is surprising fact is like only 12% of us, 12% of the people thinks actively to optimize the payroll towards the tax and compliances, right? That means like there is a huge gap in the industry which we'll talk about. So let's talk through the story of a 36 lakh payslip, right, 36 lakh salary, which is, I would say like normally a mid to senior level of the people of our companies, right. So there is a one kind of salary structure which says like the components of the salary is basic, HRA, LTA and special allowances, right. These four components are running from decades, right. There is no much innovation happening. Obviously there is some pain points which are there which are forcing us to not do much of the innovation on these things, right. So if we clearly see like if a person whose salary is 36 lakh, getting the gross earning of monthly as 3 lakh, right, able to roughly take home as monthly salary of 2,66,400, right. So what is there is like the salary structure is decade old, right, and it's running from very long time, it's running from the old philosophies, right. And what is something which FBP, a Flexi benefit plan, can introduce to the salary, right? So if I see this structure of the salary, it has four components What is happening is like HRA is the area where people can save tax, LTA is the another area where people can save tax, and rest all can put under the special allowances, right? But when we see closely the concept of flexi benefits, we have 25% of the CTC coming as a flexi benefits, and what is the impact on the people working in the company is like they are able to take home up to 2.8 lakh rupees more in hand, right, which is roughly around 8% of the salary composition not going to the government but going to the pocket of the people, right, and through a very compliant manner. This is a very huge gap in the industry, right? 2.8 lakh rupees. Imagine like if our competitor or any other company is offering you guys or any of the employees the 2.8 lakh rupees more in hand, right? Obviously people will think towards the benefits. So why not keep this retained with the employees, with the people whom we have hired, whom we have kept and who are working for their hard, with their heart, sweat and blood to grow the company. So what is something these 12% of the people who are thinking towards the salary structure is able to provide to the employees is like boosting the take home salary. As I said, like 2.8 lakh rupees more is a heavy amount of the 36 lakh of salary. Second is like impacts wise financial wellness and retention. Financial wellness is something which every company, every CFO should be thinking as a first principle to the people, right? Because like these people are the one who are working for us, who are the one who are driving the growth. And what is something which these 12% of people are able to do is like they are able to impact the organization without increasing the, I would say like the headcounts or without increasing the spends by adopting the FBP plan. But since I talked about the flexi benefits, as I said, like it's not a very new concept, it's running from the decades. I remember like when I joined my first company in 2016, that time also I was having this flexi benefit plan in my salary structure, right? But what was missing out is like there was no awareness, there was no push from the HR department or the company side. And I was wondering like why, like when I got to know this, like after I think like leaving that organization and then thinking about the taxes and when we were starting the company Prosper. So that why comes with very, very genuine reason, and I completely resonate with this in terms of the organization, right, finance department or the HR department. The problem lies in like manual claims, right? What happens is like if you launch the FBP, obviously I resonate like people will be claiming this, people will be providing the bills, right, and these bills are overhead when you scale the company. Let's say we are right now, assume like 100 people organization, then we grew towards 1,000 people organization. So obviously these claims will be increasing, the manual efforts to verify those claims, the manual efforts to check these kind of invoices, the kind of proofs which we need to collect for these things. And it's a high audit risk for everyone, right? And third thing is like not a proper visibility to employees like what can be claimed, what cannot be claimed. All these problems put together is kind of hampering the experience of company as well as people to claim this out, company as well as people to understand like why and how this benefit can be facilitated, right? So for solving all these problems, right, we have come up with a very, very innovative solution, right? And in this solution, in Prosper FBP, what we are giving out is like, first thing is the verification of the invoices will be happening through AI and the automation. Right? We are using AI to leverage a lot of data points we collect for the employees. Let's say the location of the people, let's say like their leave things, like let's say like attending the office or not, the expenses happening for the purpose of official things or not. Second is like this particular FBP concept, as you are all the finance savvy people, you all are aware like most of the components under the FBPs are eligible for both old and new tax regimes, right? Because it's considered as a reimbursement allowances made for the official expense. Third is like with Prosper FBP, the solution which we have built, we can go live in less than 15 days for any of the organization. We are integrated with 64 plus HRMS system to pass this input to the payroll automatically so that there is no hustle, no involvement of any of the people to drive this towards the employee in-hand salary component increase. And the benefit to the people is like in the first month of the salary, you will see the impact. So till now, we have integrated with many of the unicorn companies. We are scaling this further. We are live with companies like LiveSpace, Echo, Sago, Capgrade, right? These kind of companies from medium-sized enterprise to unicorn companies and beyond. What we are able to drive as a value for the company is like we are able to save 2.5 CR of the tax, right, with 87% of adoption, which is very, very high adoption in this kind of segment because it's app driven. There is no limitation where you pay through card or UPI or any kind of things, right? And there is no intervention of the claims. Even if you're claiming this thing at the last day, even the mass population claims this on the last day, our application is able to verify those claims. And third thing is like 100+ hours saved for the people in the department of HR and finance, right? Because like see, when you deal with these kind of things, you have a heavy load. Like we all go through the very heavy load of verifying the proofs of HRA, proofs of LTA, proofs of ATC, ATD, all deductions, right? So I don't want to add this headache again of verifying FBP to the people in the company. So it's something which is driving the value. And most important thing is like our FBP solution and our FBP proposal is compliant by Big 4 audits, right? So what is there like, see, we all believe like we all are here to create value for the people. We are able to drive like profitability for the organization. We are able to, if we are able to in fact dent like 5 to 8% of the CTC in hand increase for the people working for us, right? Then we are driving ourselves from being a someone like who are just a cost custodian to the someone who is driving the value as a value architect for the people, right? And I believe like what is something which is very important in this particular thing is like compliance part, right? And this compliance part we are taking care of in Prosper through the AI driven engine, as I told, right? And second thing is like engagement, right? Engagement we are able to drive through the app and through our beautifully designed like engagement solutions where we are able to fetch the invoices, we are able to drive the engagements, right? So coming to this, like what I will say, this FBP is not something which will just change the in hand for the employees. This FBP concept will also change like how we are measuring the cost of the payroll, how we are seeing the cost as payroll as a lens of cost versus payroll as a lens where we are able to create value for the employees in this value chain, right? So obviously we are available today, right, in the booth, and you can scan this QR, right? Sajad from the sales department of Prosper is here to help you out, engage with us and also tell us how we can roll this out, right? I will be happy to help you out with all the, I would say like proposals, documentation, which can prove this, how this FBP can be a good lever for your organization. So thank you so much everyone, right? And we'll be out.
Much, Mr. Dev Kumar, for that wonderful, crisp yet powerful session. Can we please put our hands together for this gentleman once again? I would like to now request Mr. Manish Singhania, Senior VP Finance, Kalpataru Projects International Limited, to do the honor of felicitating the gentleman.